Today, with much trepidation, I open the rarest figure ever released by Halo Mega Bloks, the AC Spartan with shotgun. And I mean open it fresh out of bag. This has never been done before on YouTube. This video was brought to you by the domain Halo Marketplace. As this video premieres, we've had our largest inventory drop ever. And a particularly big shout out to our master builders, Callsign Dagger, Recon Productions 117, and Artsy Kibo. All right, so we are kind of in very exciting territory here. Never in history have all four of these been shown off on camera. These are the four exclusive figures from the original 2009-2010 range. The Cyan Spartan, which was incredibly readily available at multiple different conventions, given away at Toys R Us for spending a certain amount, and they just saw thousands and thousands produced, and you can still get these online for like 25 bucks. The Cyan Spartan also comes in an alternate packaging. You can see the difference between the Cyan Spartan there. They are the same figure, but they just have this different coloration, and if you look at the back of them, you can see that there's a slightly different setup, which I'll show off in a different video. They also have different product codes, but again, they are the same figure. And then there was the Steel Spartan, and I'm going to be opening all of these on separate videos. This was more readily available. The rumors used to be that there were 10,000 of these. I think more recent evidence suggests that there were more. I don't really know, and I'm trying to dig up more information, asking people directly at Mega. There is no evidence to show that there isn't just 10,000, but I'm still waiting for more evidence to back either claim up, either side of the claim up, really. This is the back of the Steel Spartan, and this was given away. I believe this was a mail order Spartan. It's really difficult to find this information. The main information was that it was a Europe exclusive. You can see Mega Brands Europe there. Mega Brands used to have a huge presence in Europe, actually had a office and sort of distribution center out of Oxford in the UK, so they had a really big presence here. As far as we know, this was a giveaway in the UK and some of Europe. And then we have the really rare stuff. So, back in the day, Mega hosted this website giveaway where all you needed to do was pay postage and fill in a form with your address, and then you'd receive this Spartan in the mail. This is the Teal Spartan, and if we have a quick little look inside, we'll be able to see, there it is, a teal colored Spartan. And there's a lot of confusion. Sometimes people call this Steel. One of the oldest websites confirming these even existed call it a Steel Spartan, so there is some confusion, but it's a Teal Spartan, and if you can see inside, it'll confirm that this was one of 9,900. And you may think, well, 9,900 is a very strange number, right? Like, that's a really bizarre choice. Well, of the 9,900 that filled in the form and won one of these Spartans, 100 won something else entirely. And I think the reason that there's nothing on this packaging is so that they could legally give you a different figure and you not receive the figure that was actually meant to be in the packet, right? Beautiful artwork of Jerome, Red Team leader. They look exactly the same. They have the same packaging design. They have the same product code, funnily enough, but there is something very different inside this one. If we open it up, 100 of these were produced, an AC Spartan, and this is a very special piece. I purchased this about, a decade ago now. Oh. It never gets old. It's also great to see one in this kind of condition. Mega actually used to mail some of these with the shipping label on top, which is obviously not good for a collection. This is an old Teal Spartan of mine. Not only am I opening it out of its packet, it was already opened out the packet many years ago, I'm opening this figure. And I know you might scream at me saying, how can you open something so mythically rare, something that sealed, there must be almost none left of in the world? And that's for one reason and one reason only. And if I tell you, hold back your tears, okay? This Spartan, you may have noticed, has a snapped hip. That's not that big of an issue. I can glue that, well, I'm gonna secure it back together. I'm not sure what kind of glue I want to use yet. And I thought to myself, you know, there's no evidence of this being opened online. Literally does not exist. You cannot find evidence of this being opened. So why don't I open it for the archive, you know? This, I almost don't want to, but I'm gonna. So this is what it would have come in. And I don't like, does this deteriorate the value opening it? Maybe, but at the end of the day, this is for preservation purposes. And with the damaged hip, I would rather release it from its packaging, and then I'm going to pay a custom frame designer to make a beautiful black frame to house this forever. Congratulations, you're the lucky winner of a limited edition exclusive UNSC Spartan figure from the Mega Bloks Halo Wars Authentic Collectors series. We have only produced 100 of these UNSC Spartans. The complete toy line is coming summer 2009. So this confirms, right, that this was before summer of 2009, like this was before the action figures themselves. And it's really rare, like it's old school that they have an actual photograph instead of a 3D render, which is obviously, you know, the more common practice. The very first lineup of Halo Mega Bloks sets, which I'll be going into in the archive soon, there were only 6 sets, and they were numbered on the packaging 1 to 6. So all this is beautiful to see. I know why you're here, and it's kind of crazy, right? I've thought about opening this for like a decade, but I think it's time, man. I think it's time. Once more into the breach. Here we go. Oh, this hurts. This really hurts. This is the rarest figure that has ever been produced. Oh, man. Wow. It's crazy. This has been like the pride of my collection for as long as I can remember, and I'm touching it for the first time. So every one of these figures had an embossed brick with the number, and yes, mine is 10, which is basically one of the best numbers, like 1 and 10 and 100. They're basically the best. 10 of 100. I can feel that literally printed on. Wow. 1 of 100, and then the only time that we've ever got the AC shotgun in large scale. So the original shotgun that came out in Halo Mega was just way too big, right? It's so bulky. It makes every Spartan look a little cartoonish. So it was massively downsized for future releases, right? And that's immediately way better. That's such a sharp decline in size. It's not like they just removed a slight bit. That is all out change. And then they eventually settled on what is like more of a reach tactical shotgun. And in the newer generation, they produced an AC shotgun, but they never produced an AC shotgun in the original range. So this is a 1 of 100 piece. There's only 100 AC large shotguns out there. So if you ever see one in a hall, snap it up. Like, this is just really cool to finally hold in my hands after all these years. And of course, there should be a Spartan wielding it. There it is, the AC Spartan 100. Now you may be thinking, well, Simon, there's been an AC Spartan released, right? In the Series 1 blind bags, there's an AC Spartan, so what's the big deal? What if I told you that is a different Spartan? This is a 1 of 100 AC Spartan for one reason and one reason only, and that's the shoulders. In the original range, there are many different characters. I'm still trying to compile a list because it's new information to me, but there are many characters, including the original Spartans, that have large, bulky shoulders. You can see it's like a real stub that comes out. Clearly, that wasn't cutting it for the Mega designers, so they re-released the Green Spartan very quickly with a reduced shoulder. And again, we are compiling a list of all of the different figures that have these different variants. This opens up to like an outrageously large extra amount of new figures that I need to hunt down, right? Because there are so many figures that released in multiple sets throughout a couple of years, but actually there's variants involved. There's different hand colors, there's different undersuit colors, but most importantly, there's different shoulders. And you can also see that in the AC Flame Marine that comes in the Warthog. That's a convention exclusive, and I'll be opening one of those as well for camera pretty soon. And that Flame Marine has the variant shoulders, which sets it apart from the Flame Marine that comes in the Series 2 blind bags. So while we have a Series 1 Flame Marine, which does fetch a good like $70, $80, this may be fairly common on the market, but the AC 100 Shotgun Spartan, yeah, there's been like a few sales in a decade. I snapped this up, I think, for about $350 back in the day, $400, I can't really remember. And I think that was worth it. And what we're gonna do is a quick little botch repair on the hips just for now until I can get them properly repaired. Just a little bit of tack holding it together for now. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is the AC100 Spartan, opened after all these years. Am I insane? Let me know in the comments down below. I think I have some pretty good reasoning for doing it. But this is a piece of history, the AC100 Spartan with shotgun. I hope I've taught you a little bit today. There's so much to uncover with this archive, and we're making exciting new discoveries every day. And you can be at the forefront of those discoveries by becoming a channel member. Literally just click join next to the subscribe button and you'll gain access to a ton of really fun perks. Little photo op next to each other. There they are. Oh man, the AC Spartan with shotgun and the AC Series 1. Fun fact, when I first got a blind bag, the first blind bag I ever bought, I went to a store, I was a teenager, went to the store, bought it, got the AC Spartan, didn't want it, so then threw one of the arms in the bin and then went to the store clerk and said, hey, this is missing a piece, and she gave me another one. I think it was just a regular Spartan. So I was a stupid kid. I threw away an AC Spartan, which is obviously ridiculous up until this point. This is really iconic. To open this thing that I bought when I was a child, so much time has passed, I could have never imagined that I'd still be making videos about these products. I think this was a really important thing to uncover and showcase, and I really hope you learned something about the deep history. And in the future, I'll be opening the steel, teal, and cyan as well. Shout out to you all, and I'll see you in the next archive video.